Have you ever wondered what secrets of spiritual wisdom lie hidden within the ancient temples and texts of Egypt? Imagine walking through the grand halls of a temple, feeling the echoes of ancient chants and the presence of a deeply rooted spiritual tradition. The ancient Egyptians were not only masters of architecture and art, but also of profound spiritual wisdom that has fascinated and inspired seekers of truth for centuries. Today, we will dive into the depths of ancient Egyptian spirituality, uncovering the timeless wisdom that still holds powerful lessons for us in the modern world. Ancient Egyptian spirituality is a rich and complex tapestry woven from various beliefs, rituals, and deities. At its core, it is centered around the concept of Ma'at, which represents truth, balance, and cosmic order. Ma'at was not just a goddess, but also an ideal that guided the ethical and moral behavior of the people. It was believed that maintaining Ma'at was essential for harmony in both the world and the afterlife. The Egyptians believed in a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each embodying different aspects of life and the universe. These deities were deeply integrated into everyday life, and their presence was felt in every aspect of society. From Ra, the sun god who journeyed across the sky each day, to Osiris, the god of the afterlife who presided over the dead, the gods played a vital role in guiding and protecting the people. Spirituality in ancient Egypt was not confined to the elite or the priesthood. It was a part of everyday life for all Egyptians. They saw the divine in the natural world around them and believed that their actions could influence the favor of the gods. This belief system fostered a deep sense of connection and responsibility toward maintaining harmony in the world. Symbols were a crucial part of ancient Egyptian spirituality, serving as powerful tools for communication and protection. Hieroglyphs, the writing system of the Egyptians, were more than just a means of recording information. They were imbued with spiritual significance. Each hieroglyph was believed to hold a certain power and could be used in rituals to invoke the god's favor or protect against evil. One of the most recognizable symbols is the Ankh, often referred to as the key of life. This symbol, resembling a cross with a loop at the top, represented eternal life and was commonly depicted in the hands of gods and pharaohs. The Ankh was believed to bestow the breath of life and was a powerful symbol of immortality. Another significant symbol is the Eye of Horus, which represents protection, health, and restoration. According to mythology, the god Horus lost his eye in a battle with his uncle Set, the god of chaos. The eye was later restored and became a symbol of healing and protection. The Eye of Horus was often worn as an amulet to ward off evil and ensure safety. These symbols, along with many others, were used in various aspects of daily life and religious practice. They were inscribed on tombs, temples, and amulets, serving as a constant reminder of the divine presence and the power of the spiritual realm. In ancient Egypt, the pharaoh was not just a political leader, but also a spiritual one. The pharaoh was considered a living god, the earthly embodiment of Horus, and upon death would become Osiris, the god of the afterlife. This divine status gave the pharaoh immense power and responsibility, as they were seen as the intermediary between the gods and the people. The pharaoh's primary duty was to uphold Ma'at, ensuring that harmony and order were maintained throughout the land. This included performing religious rituals, making offerings to the gods, and commissioning temples and monuments to honor the deities. The pharaoh's actions were believed to influence the favor of the gods, affecting everything from the flooding of the Nile to the prosperity of the kingdom. The divine right of kings, or the belief that the pharaoh was chosen by the gods to rule, was a central tenet of Egyptian society. This belief reinforced the pharaoh's authority and justified their rule. It also instilled a sense of duty and reverence in the people, who viewed their leader as a vital link to the divine. Temples in ancient Egypt were not merely places of worship. They were seen as the homes of the gods. These sacred spaces were designed to reflect the cosmic order and were often built with precise alignments to celestial bodies. The architecture and layout of the temples were intended to create a space where the divine could interact with the human world. temples served as spiritual centers where rituals were performed to honor the gods and ensure their favor. Priests played a crucial role in these ceremonies, acting as intermediaries between the gods and the people. They conducted daily rituals, made offerings, and maintained the sacred spaces. Two of the most significant temples in ancient Egypt were Karnak and Luxor. The Temple of Karnak, dedicated to the god Amun, is one of the largest religious complexes ever built. Its grand halls and towering columns are a testament to the importance of Amun and the power of the pharaohs who built it. The Temple of Luxor, also dedicated to Amun, was a center for the Opet festival, a celebration of the rejuvenation of the king and the divine order. These temples were not only places of worship, but also centers of learning and culture. They housed vast libraries of religious texts and were sites of education for priests and scribes. The spiritual and cultural life of ancient Egypt was deeply intertwined with these sacred spaces. The ancient Egyptians had a profound belief in the afterlife, viewing it as a continuation of existence in a different realm. This belief shaped much of their spiritual practices and daily lives. The journey to the afterlife was seen as a perilous voyage that required guidance and protection. The Book of the Dead, a collection of spells and incantations, was created to assist the deceased in navigating the challenges of the afterlife. These texts were often inscribed on papyrus and placed in the tombs of the deceased. The spells provided instructions on how to overcome obstacles, appease the gods, and ensure a successful transition to the afterlife. Central to the afterlife belief was the concept of the weighing of the heart. Upon death, the soul would stand before Osiris and have their heart weighed against the feather of Maat. If the heart was found to be light and free of sin, the soul would be granted access to the field of reeds, a paradise where they could live in peace and abundance. If the heart was heavy with sin, it would be devoured by Amit, the devourer of souls, and the individual would cease to exist. This belief in the afterlife and the importance of maintaining Ma'at influenced many aspects of Egyptian life. Tombs were constructed with great care and adorned with items and inscriptions intended to help the deceased in their journey. The desire to secure a favorable afterlife was a driving force behind much of Egyptian religious and cultural practice. Daily spiritual practices were an integral part of life in ancient Egypt. The Egyptians believed that maintaining a strong connection with the gods was essential for personal and communal well-being. This connection was fostered through a variety of rituals and ceremonies. Prayers were a common practice, with individuals offering prayers to specific gods for protection, guidance, and blessings. These prayers were often accompanied by offerings, which could include food, drink, incense, and other valuable items. Offerings were made at temples, shrines, and household altars, reflecting the widespread nature of this practice. Festivals were another important aspect of Egyptian spirituality. These celebrations, held in honor of various gods and goddesses, included processions, feasts, music, and dance. Festivals were times of communal joy and spiritual renewal, bringing the community together in worship and celebration. Rituals also played a crucial role in maintaining cosmic order and ensuring the favor of the gods. These could range from daily temple rituals performed by priests to more elaborate ceremonies conducted during significant events, such as the coronation of a pharaoh or the Opet festival. These rituals were believed to sustain the gods and in turn ensure their protection and blessings for the people. Thoth, the god of wisdom, writing, and knowledge, was a revered figure in ancient Egyptian spirituality. Often depicted with the head of an ibis, Thoth was believed to be the inventor of writing and the scribe of the gods. His teachings were considered to hold profound wisdom and were highly influential in Egyptian spiritual thought. Thoth was associated with the moon and was often linked to the cycles of time and the measurement of seasons. He was also seen as a mediator in disputes among the gods and a guide for souls in the afterlife. The wisdom of Thoth was sought after by those who wished to gain deeper understanding and insight into the mysteries of the universe. One of the key teachings attributed to Thoth is the concept of divine balance. Thoth emphasized the importance of harmony and equilibrium in all aspects of life. This principle was reflected in the practices of Ma'at, where maintaining balance was seen as essential for spiritual and moral integrity. Thoth's wisdom also extended to the realms of magic and healing. He was believed to possess powerful knowledge that could be used for protection, health, and spiritual advancement. Texts attributed to Thoth, such as the Hermetic writings, have continued to influence spiritual and philosophical thought throughout history. The pyramids of ancient Egypt are some of the most iconic and mysterious structures in the world. These monumental tombs were built as eternal resting places for the pharaohs, but they also held deep spiritual significance. The construction and alignment of the pyramids are believed to reflect the Egyptians' sophisticated understanding of astronomy and their spiritual beliefs. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for the pharaoh Khufu, is the most famous of these structures. Its precise alignment with the cardinal points and its relationship to the stars have led many to speculate about its spiritual and astronomical significance. The pyramids were seen as gateways to the afterlife, designed to help the pharaoh ascend to the heavens and join the gods. The pyramids were also thought to be places of great spiritual power. Their geometric shape and precise construction were believed to harness and amplify energy, creating a sacred space that connected the earthly and divine realms. This belief in the spiritual potency of the pyramids has persisted through the ages, inspiring countless theories and speculations. The mysteries of the pyramids continue to captivate the imagination of people around the world. They stand as enduring symbols of the ancient Egyptians' profound spiritual wisdom and their quest for eternal life. Ancient Egyptian spirituality was deeply intertwined with practices of healing and medicine. The Egyptians believed that health and well-being were closely connected to the favor of the gods and the balance of spiritual forces. As a result, their medical practices often included spiritual and magical elements. Priests and healers used a combination of natural remedies, rituals, and spells to treat illnesses and injuries. Amulets and charms were commonly used for protection and healing, believed to carry the power of the gods and provide divine assistance. The use of magic and incantations was an integral part of the healing process, reflecting the belief that spiritual forces could influence physical health. One of the key figures in Egyptian medicine was Imhotep, a high priest and physician who was later deified as the god of medicine and healing. Imhotep's contributions to medical knowledge and practice were highly respected, and his legacy continued to influence Egyptian medicine for centuries. The Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest known medical texts, provides insight into the advanced medical practices of the ancient Egyptians. It includes treatments for various ailments, as well as spells and incantations to be used in conjunction with these treatments. This integration of spiritual and practical approaches to medicine reflects the holistic nature of Egyptian healing practices. The spiritual wisdom of ancient Egypt has left an indelible mark on the world, influencing religious, philosophical, and spiritual thought throughout history. Many of the principles and practices developed by the ancient Egyptians have found their way into modern spiritual traditions, continuing to inspire and guide seekers of truth. The concept of Ma'at, with its emphasis on balance and harmony, resonates with many contemporary spiritual practices that prioritize inner peace and ethical living. The symbolism and iconography of ancient Egypt, such as the Ankh and the Eye of Horus, are still used in various spiritual and cultural contexts, representing protection, wisdom, and eternal life. The teachings of Thoth and the Hermetic writings have had a significant impact on Western esoteric traditions, influencing fields such as alchemy, astrology, and the occult. The wisdom attributed to Thoth continues to be studied and revered by those seeking deeper understanding and spiritual enlightenment. The mysteries of the pyramids and the spiritual practices of ancient Egypt continue to captivate the imagination of people around the world. As we explore the hidden wisdom of this ancient civilization, we can find valuable lessons that enrich our own spiritual journeys and help us connect with the divine in new and profound ways. As we conclude our exploration of the hidden spiritual wisdom of ancient Egypt, we are reminded of the timeless nature of this ancient knowledge. The beliefs, practices, and symbols of the ancient Egyptians continue to inspire and guide us, offering profound insights into the mysteries of life and the divine. By reflecting on the spiritual teachings of ancient Egypt, we can find ways to integrate this wisdom into our own lives, fostering a deeper connection with the spiritual world and a greater sense of harmony and balance. Let us take these lessons to heart and allow them to enrich our spiritual growth and personal transformation. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the spiritual wisdom of ancient Egypt. We hope you found it enlightening and inspiring. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more content on spirituality and personal growth. We would love to hear your thoughts on which aspect of ancient Egyptian spirituality resonates most with you. Until next time, may the wisdom of the ancients guide and bless you on your spiritual path.